This is where we're going to make our repair. Across like that. Just across right, just like that. Because this is where it hooks up. This gas tank shield hooks up underneath on some hooks, and it goes through here and then rolls up to protect it, and then you bolt it in right here. So let's get this prepped up and I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so after I got it unbolted off the truck, I was taking a good look at this and kind of trying to figure out, well, you know, how am I going to fix this? And I noticed all the fibers inside this plastic here. So the next thing I need to do is sand this down and get it prepped. Safety glasses. I'm using 80 grit. Start getting this sanded. This should be good. Now we're gonna blow all this dust off and get it cleaned up, and we'll take a better look at how it looks. All right, check this out. You see all the fibers in there? See all the fibers that we got down to? That's what we needed to get down to so we can bond this. Take a look at this end. You see how wide this is here? Look at how it narrows. Look at how narrow I got it down to. See, it's even wide down here and then narrows. We're gonna build that back up and make this really strong. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of acetone here. Yeah, oh, I got a good spill on that one. That'll be all right. We're going to get this cleaned up really good. And this evaporates very, very, very quickly. And this will get all the dirt, grease, and anything else that might contaminate the bond. We're also going to let this dry really good. And if you don't have any acetone, you can use some wax and grease remover. That'll work just fine. Alright, I got this kit here, this fiberglass kit, for like anywhere from 25 to 30 bucks. Comes with your hardener, squeegee, your fiberglass matting, and of course your resin that you need. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to cut my fiberglass matting, pre-cut it for what I plan on doing here. So here's the matting, and it is a little messy, and that's fine. Approximately that length, really. Get longer this way. Yep, more longer this way. Alright, so we got our length. Then I want this to roll. Get out of here, B. Alrighty. I'll cut this up real quick. Cuts pretty easy. Try to make it as straight as we can. We got our first cut made here. Should work out good. We're just gonna come down and then it's gonna roll around like that. All right, now we gotta mix some of this up. All right, here's your hardener. First thing you gotta do, I'm gonna just take this pick and open this up like this. Like that. Open it up, give her a hole, close this back up. So, for every ounce of resin, okay, we're gonna need right here 10 drops of hardener. So I'm gonna start with 6 ounces. That should get us pretty far. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna cut a couple more strips, the exact same size. So once I get going, if I want to put more on top of this one, I can. Every ounce you need 10 drops of hardener. So let's go ahead and get going with this. 2, 3, 4. Mix her up real good here. Oh, this stuff smells strong too. Woo! Hey, make sure you wear some gloves. I'd rather have rubber gloves than these, but this is all I got for now. And we'll just put it on like this. On there. Get on there. Actually, I'm gonna pull this away. We're gonna get this down like that. Let's get this first piece of padding down there. Kind of like that. Go just like this. Start getting it in there like this. Yeah. Just like that. Let's get that saturated. Right here is where my openings are, so get that on there. And we'll just keep working it. We gotta get it wet. Should have probably started with like 12 ounces. Probably would have been more ideal on this. Make sure I really get it. Now dabbing works a lot better. Dab it on where my openings are here. Kind of work that. Where these openings are, I'm kind of pushing on it. Matter of fact, we're just gonna go. We're gonna layer it again, dude, right now. It is go time, in my opinion. I started doing this little like roll motion like that. Get the product down there and roll it down. That's working really good. Alright, I'm going to mix some more product up real quick. I know it's looking crazy, but this is working out great, actually. Go ahead and put one more. We'll put the third one on since we cut it. And get this laid in. I'm going to kind of like smush this on here. So right here, where that opening is, I'm like literally smushing it. Like I'm pushing down, kind of like making it do it. Actually smushing that resin into there. And it is messy, but don't worry about it, because in the next steps you'll see that even though it looks messy now, that later you get it all fixed up, so it's not a big deal. As you keep going, it seems to like get better and make more sense as you get more product on, and everything starts to work a little bit. You know, kind of all seems to come together. It was huge pre-cutting all those earlier. as it starts to harden, you can really start to work the bubbles out. So you've got a couple bubbles here. Kind of work them out like that. There you can see where the openings are right there. And once this hardens up, it'll be that was a bubble right there that I got out. Then after it really got tacky, I went ahead and took these shims and kind of put them on the edge here to form the edge with the fiberglass. And we'll put some clamps on here. So I put a bunch of clamps on it. Alright, so I'm not going to leave these clamps on all night. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my eye out and wait till this actually gets a little harder because it's still soft. Because I don't want the wood to bond to the fiberglass. Okay, I'm just using that to give me a nice ridge at the top. That's what I'm looking to get. That's why I did it. But I'm going to wait to where this stuff is almost really hard and is not very pliable. And then I'll take it off. Then once I take it off, we'll let it fully harden, sand it down, check to see if we need to put some more on, and then go from there. Some of this resin that's on here, it's pretty much hard. See that? And this is really starting to harden up now. I mean, it is hard. So we're gonna take some, I'm gonna pop a couple of these clamps off. Let's see where we're at with this. So pull this back. There we go. That'll put a nice nice ridge on there. As a matter of fact, you know, we're gonna pop them off. Let's get all these off. Pull this off here like that. Oh, this one's solid. So that's from the inside. All right, now that it's all rock hard now, I'm gonna go ahead, get my DA 80 grit. I'm gonna sand this down, kind of form this a little bit, smooth it out, and go from there. Make sure you wear your safety glasses. All right, these are some nice gloves too. Doesn't look, see how I'm just getting in here and I'm roughing this up. I'm gonna do probably one or two more coats, like in this area in order to give this strength, because it's thick, but it's not terribly thick. Like if you look down here, this was built, but it's not terribly thick as I want it. And I was planning on doing that anyway, doing like 3 or 4 strips just in this area. I just wanted to get that initial bond all the way down it as a good base. Here, here to here, here to there. We're really focused on getting them sanded really good, really smooth for my next application. Remember, every single time you do a coat, you gotta clean the area up with acetone. We already know for 1 ounce of resin we need 10 drops of hardener. But the thing is how are we going to measure how much resin we want to mix up? Well, I'm going to use 6 ounces, and the easiest way I figured out how to do this is fill your measuring cup with water, dump it into your bowl, and then mark the bowl with a Sharpie or a paint pen. I got a paint pen here. Make sure you're on a level surface, okay? Make sure level, and then just mark it, okay? That's the easiest way to do it. Make sure you use some disposable like this, because you're going to end up throwing it out, because you're never going to clean this fiberglass resin out of here. And paintbrush, get a decent one. I didn't spend a whole lot of money. Harbor Freight, 99 cents. Because once you use this, you're going to throw it away anyway. Both sides. Look at right here. See that hole right there like we talked about earlier? I'm going to go ahead and go like this and fill that thing with resin. Hey, just so you know, you can use acetone to clean up your tools and stuff like that. Like for instance, something like this big blob. I take this see this blob right here, you take this acetone, and this acetone will smooth it all out. Basically, you can clean this, see that? See how it gels it out? So you can clean up what you don't want on there. Yeah, this is nice and thick here. In order to cut this a little quicker, I'm going to use my high-speed sander 36 grit. It's going to cut it like super fast. All right, now that we're all done sanding here, check out how good that came out. How nice and thick that is. Check that out. See that? All right, now that we're doing that, now what we need to do is come check this out right here. Now you can kind of see how big the opening was, where this is like here, like right here. So that opening came around like this. It came around like that, this, and come across just like that. Do the same thing to here. That's where the opening is. And what I'm gonna have to do here, I'm gonna go like this, and I'm going to mark that. So I can go like this, and that's about where this is at. Something like this. Do a straight edge, like that. Same thing with this one. Do that mark right here. Go like that. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're going to drill a hole. That looks pretty close to being the size. Actually, that looks a little bit better. I'm gonna lower this power down a little bit. Just a tad. I'm gonna take it real easy here, guys. Make sure we're straight. Nice and straight. Well, you want to take it nice and slow. Kind of take it slow, kind of work it a little bit. Just like that. Next step, cutting this out. Now remember, when you put this on here, think about your width, because that width is how much it's going to cut. Alright, make sure we take it out gently. Look at that. Yes, cool. Come back and we'll I'll show you about what type of primer to use and paint, and we'll go from there. All right, there's something I wanted to show you. Look at how durable this is, doing it this way. And I'm really pushing on this sucker. Look, see? Check it out. All three are done. Came out really, really, really good. You can see how much of it broke off now that it's all cut out. Cool. Let's mock it up on the truck, make sure that it fits, and we'll do primer and paint. All right, so it's a little tight. It's taking the grinder and just kind of going back and forth here. All I did was have to wiggle it, but I couldn't have two hands, but dude, they're all on there. So that's huge. Once I tighten it down, what I'll do is I'll tighten it down, and I'll take these tabs and I'll bend them up like that. Take this self-etching primer. It's made for plastics and fiberglass. Well, bare steel, aluminum, and stainless, but you know, we're looking for the plastics and the fiberglass. That's huge, so let's start shooting it. I'm pretty glad I painted the whole outside, so cosmetically when you look underneath, you know, it's all nice clean black, you know.